Hey guys, how's it going? MasterBucks here. Welcome to another episode of the Wolves career mode in FIFA 19. We are wrapping up the last episode that we're going to have to be able to play around in the transfer window this season. Only 3 games to get through real quick too. FA Cup action against Walsall, although to be fair, it's Walsall. Surely we can sim that and get away with it. I mean, Leicester City, they're a team that's, they're up in the top 6, 7, 8. They're going all right in the Premier League, so I might give that game a run, and then maybe Arsenal as well. As I mentioned too, still in the transfer window, I'm still going to make a few signings, and it's just a matter of how many I'll be able to make. I've got one that I've taken a little bit of time, and I've actually had to convince myself to make this signing, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. I won't reveal what it is until right toward the end of the transfer window, or who knows, maybe until my hand is forced. I'm not saying any more than that. But yeah, there is one signing that I'm absolutely going to make in this episode, and I'm hoping to make a second, but I'm going to need to maybe raise a little bit of cash. We'll see how this game in the FA Cup goes. It is a 2-0 win. We did get an injury though, so that's why I was a little concerned. A yellow card for Johnny there, but the injury to Ethan Ampadu, he's like my technically 5th choice centre-back now that we've brought in, of course, in the last episode, Aymeric Laporte. Anyway, though, continuing on, simulating once more. Dale Fry is going up to a 79. I'm trying to get him up to an 80. Trying to get Cox to about a 75. And Jan de Groot right now, we're just working on his speed shooting. So his shot power, his shooting, and just his finishing in general. And sprint speed, which is very important. And take a look at that. It's Tahith Chong that has sold for 14. It's 16.2, but we get 14 mil into the budget now. I don't know. I've got Diogo Jota as a reserve winger that I haven't been using him as much as I could. He's probably made about 10 or so appearances so far this season. But, I'm kind of looking to raise a bit of revenue, but I don't know who I want to sell on that's going to get me enough cash to get the player that I want. I need to raise like an extra, it was 30 or so million, but now that we've got 14 mil, maybe it's only about like 15 or 20. I don't know. We still have enough cash to make the one signing that I do want to make. Don't worry, that is going to get done for sure. But, the other one, well, we do have actually, hang on a minute, Marty sold as well. That's an extra 9 million. Maybe we could make this happen. We might be able to make that one extra signing on top of the one that I want to make. I'm being too secretive. I know, I apologize. I tell you what, I was going to take it all the way to deadline day, but I can make one signing. I can make the one signing that I was always going to make right after this game against Leicester City. And I'm going to play a strong team for this one as well, since we have a week-long break until the next game in the Premier League. So the best team that I have is out there, except for, of course, the still injured Ricardo Pereira. I have been playing Kyle Walker-Peters in that position, but he's a little tired. I think he played a little bit of the last game, so I'm going to play Nordy Makile. He is a centre-back, but he can play at right back as well. So I'm just giving him a run there. I've played him in that position a few times, sometimes off the bench, but I don't think I've ever started him at right back before. If I have, it would have only been once or twice before. So here we go. Let's do it with that team. Now, if I recall too, was Leicester City the team that we played when we nearly lost our streak? It was Way that scored like super late on, or it was technically an own goal. I think it was, But yeah, it's Leicester that we face now, this time at home. They've got Jasper Cillessen in goal. Korb, Son Yunyuku, I just don't know. But that back four looks quite familiar. I'm not even going to try it. Mark, James, I think it's Mark James, but James and Cyprian, Otavio, Max Meyer, and Kaputska, and then up forward, Schick once more. This team gave me troubles last time, so I need to bury the hatchet. I need to have a good, solid performance against this side and hopefully just be dominant. That's what I want. I think I recall playing it was a rotated, slightly different side, wasn't it, compared to the, oh my God, referee, get out of the way, compared to the strongest team that I have available, so I need to play well. I am so desperate to get a good, strong win against this team that I might maybe be a little bit more quiet throughout this game than I normally would. Nothing really for me there. But again, James, I've gone in for so many tackles right now and I have not got it back yet. But Talisca here, play it through. That's actually going to work. I can't believe it. I didn't think it would. Martial, saved by Cillessen. Well, that's going to work. The stop and turn got tackled, but the ball bounced for Sane so well that he was through on goal. And even the shot wasn't really well placed either. It felt like it went straight down the middle of the goal, or that the keeper probably should have done better. But nah, we take the lead. Look, the stop and turn here, maybe it was a risky idea, but it still fell for him and then just banged it in at the near post. Leroy Sane, 12 goals in the Premier League, and he is coming for that golden boot. And Mbappe not really going to get sent away like that well. Conte. Oh, please. Well-weighted ball. No power in that shot. Wow, we get a corner out of nothing. Wow. I'm so guilty of that. Always putting, I'm always under-hitting shots in that situation, one-on-one with the goal after a first-time hit from a through ball. Sills. This is silky, you know. No! Oh, it wasn't a good ball. He's onside. Yes, he is, Sane. Come on. I thought he put it a little too far ahead of him there and gave him such a tighter angle. But nah, he still, in the end, made it look so easy. Squeezing it in. Not really even squeezing it in. Just side-footing it with his left on the left-hand side. You know, Sane, brilliant. I genuinely thought that ball was, really going to put him in some danger. But he's too good. Too good. He's got his second. 13th of the Premier League season. And, if the goalkeepers don't come across so much to cover, then he's probably maybe getting to that potentially. I don't know. But Sane with his 13th of the season. Jeez, the back heel nearly got picked off there, didn't it? Martial now. Sane, left-hand side. Is there a cross on here? Oh, there could be. And it's hit the roof of the net. Part of me thought for a second, even though there was no way, surely he could have squeezed it in from there. It would have been ridiculous, but nah, just getting over the crossbar there. First half hat-trick for Leroy Sane. Wasn't saying anything. That's not the first time this season he's got 3 in the first. Get in. You bloody beauty, Leroy Sane. I was thinking about taking a touch, moving it, shifting it over to his right foot, but I'm just like, nah, I'm just going to smash this thing. Just do it. Hope that it gets past the keeper, which it has. Sessegnon not had his best game today. Is there much he can do about this? That was actually very close, so maybe he could have done better. But you know who couldn't have done much better today? Leroy Sane. A first half hat-trick. What a performance. No time for Leicester to do anything at all. 3-0 lead. And this game, who knows what could happen in the second. We could lose a player to red card like we did against Leicester and it get really tense in the last episode. Not against Leicester, against Liverpool, sorry. But right now I'm in cruise control. 3 attempts and 3 goals for Sane. No one's over there. No one's going to him. The gap's there. Finessed it in. There you go. 3 minutes. The ball ended up falling for Cyprian, is it? Yeah. And he had a massive paddock in front of him. No one's even remotely close to closing him down there. And of course, he'll finesse it into the side netting since this is Ultimate Difficulty and since it is FIFA 19. Look at that. No fucking chance of getting anywhere close to him. This time, bang. Oh, on target. Got past the defender. Sessegnon once more. And I'll make that change. Yeah, Talisca, he can probably have a rest. He's normally the first centre midfielder that I take off pretty much all the time. Oh, God. They just keep going up in a fucking straight line. Tackle. There. No. Can't get it. Crossed in. Where is... Oh, my God. Michele Conte is all the way back there. Not sure why the fuck he has to be defending it right back. Naughty Michele. What's going on? Thankfully, he was there. Didn't get anything on it, but... Sharpens here, just taking care of it. Oh, the back heel, decent. Oh, can we please get someone in the fucking way? No, they have a second, and now things are interesting for the last minutes or so of this game. We'll make a change maybe, yeah. Neves is absolutely rooted. Man, the stamina, it's just it drains so much fucking quicker. I swear it must have been since the patch, but fuck this. We now must try to hang on here with only a minute to go until stoppage time. Hopefully we can do it. Minimum of 3 minutes of stoppage time. Mbappe crossed in here. And that is the sealer. Loftus-Cheek joins in on Leroy Sané's party, getting one of his own to end it. It was a little nervous, but we were a little nervous, but as soon as we conceded that second, we went right up the other end. Kylian Mbappe whipped the beauty of a ball low across into Loftus-Cheek, across the face of goal. That's how I always do it. And he had to go and grab his. And it is done. Just had to make things a little bit interesting, But Loftus-Cheek seals the game. Surely there can't be any more time left. And no, there is not. Done. This time we get the win over Leicester, and it's a little more straightforward, even though, again, things were quite tense toward the end of it. But Sane once again walks away with another hat-trick, the match ball again. How many has he got this season? I think it's at least 2. He might have even had a third, maybe even more if I can't remember. But he's just been on fire. Okay then, lads. We are going to advance ahead now. I am just going to go to the Arsenal game. And when I get there, I'll make that one signing that I was said that I was always going to make. I'm going to promise you. I'm going for a pre-contract signing for a player in a position that, to be fair, if you look at the starting 11, it screams out for a player in the toward the same sort of quality as the rest of the team. Which position do you think I'm talking of? When every single player in the team is 86 rated or higher, really. We've got a couple of 87s, a few 88s. The lowest rated player is the goalkeeper at 83. But Charpentier is still going to remain the number one goalkeeper for me this season, all right? I'm going to give him at least that. But we are making one big goalkeeper signing on pre-contract. And ladies and gentlemen, that man is none other than Jan Oblak at 29 years of age, a little older, but because he's a goalkeeper, I'm fine with it. 93 overall. That is higher than David De Gea is right now in game. He is the best goalkeeper in the game, and I am picking him up. Atletico Madrid hasn't really been able to deliver anything for him, despite the fact that he's by far up there as one of the best goalkeepers in real life right now. I think he's almost tied with David De Gea right now. I don't know. De Gea does occasionally do some freakish cat-like reflex shit that just makes you go, wow, he is the best. But Jan Oblak's just such a consistent performer, so he will soon be our consistent performer. He is going to be joining us next season. However, he's not the only signing that I'm going to make in this window. There's one more so long as we have the budget for it. And to be fair, 30 mil or a little over 30 mil, that's what I needed. So we might actually have enough cash already. And I'm going to try to honestly get him for like as little as possible. I normally chuck in a signing bonus, don't I? But this time, I'm just going to give him exactly what he's getting paid. No signing bonus. We'll see what they say about that. Because the signing bonus, I feel like normally that little kick up the arse actually does do quite well for you. Yeah, see, on this occasion, they actually come at us with signing bonuses. And I would have only chucked 1 mil on. So they want a 2 mil signing bonus and an appearance bonus. How about I remove the appearance bonus and we just give you the signing bonus, the 1.8 mil signing bonus? Is that okay? It is, but they want to increase his wage by $5,000 a week. All right, fine. When you're getting paid 190, I don't know how big a difference $5,000 a week makes. I mean, it's, to be fair, still what? Shit. Like, nearly, I don't know, an insane amount, like 200, nearly $250,000 more. But whatever. It's still, fuck, these boys get paid nice, don't they? I'm trying to do it in my head, am I right? Who cares? Accepting it, it's fine. Done. Jan Oblak, 93 rated goalkeeper. Charpentier, hope you enjoy the season, because after that, this man's in goal for sure. Oh my goodness me. And after that, I just can't make any more changes to my starting 11. I can't. He's not even really technically going into the team yet, but next season's just gonna be just jokes, honestly. We're 4 seasons deep, 4.5 seasons deep. Bro, I'm telling you, no rules. We finished in the Champions League every single one of these seasons, you know. Jan Oblak's been at Atletico Madrid for a long time. They've never won the Champions League at this point. And I tell you what, if we can hopefully make a deep push, then maybe that'll... I mean, he doesn't need any more convincing. He signed on the dotted line already, but he's coming to Wolverhampton. Now, the other player that I was genuinely looking at picking up is another centre midfielder. This man, I just found. I didn't really know much about him prior to this, if anything, to be fair, but his name is Bardhi. He's a centre mid that can play at centre attack and midfield. Well, yeah, he's a centre mid, can play at centre attack and midfield and at left mid, so maybe even if I absolutely need to, I can chuck him in at left wing for whatever reason. But 85 rated. The physical and mental maybe don't exactly scream out brilliance, but look at that technical ability. He's got 80 and 90 rated stats for days, and the only stats that he's not really that great at are heading accuracy and slide tackle, which is fine. He's not a defender, and his heading accuracy, he's not that tall either, so I don't really care. Everything else is brilliant. Even his stand tackle, to be fair, is not too bad. Like, he's great in almost everything. And here is the best bit about it. 47 mil is his value. Look at what his release clause is. We could probably buy that out, except his wage is probably the only thing. So I am just waiting for one more transfer to come through. I'm happy to sell like any one of the reserve players that I have. Maybe even another centre midfielder, who knows. But like, I would love to get this bloke in, because 85 rated, he looks like a brilliant player to just bring off the bench if we need him. It's also such a bargain too, and that's the one thing that gets me as well. The fact that we'd get him for 10 million less than his value, and he's that highly rated with that good technical, with so many great technical attributes, I want him in straight away. Plus, he's got a real in-game face, so that's just another tick. So yeah, hopefully we can get him. We are probably going to have to once again still make one more sale, one more transfer out, but we've got maybe a couple of players listed, and if we get an offer for one of my reserve players, then I'll consider it. But yeah, for now though, we'll focus on the last game in January against Arsenal. Changes have had to have been made since a lot of my players are just a little tired, probably about a quarter or so of their stamina gone. But Sané's in, Mbappe's in, so, you know, a lot of good starting 11 players are in, but the real changes are Weah, Loftus-Cheek, we've got Akanji in there as well, and of course Walker-Peters is in at right back now that we had our run with Makile, and I don't think it was particularly good or bad. It was just, he's okay. But Walker-Peters will remain the right back until we get Ricardo Pereira in. But yeah, that will just about do us. Still looking to keep the undefeated streak in the Prem alive. Still looking to try to get away from Tottenham, and let's see if we can do it. Let's bring it on. Arsenal, not one of the strongest sides in the usual top 6 in real life that we're accustomed to. They're not performing great, but they're still up there. They are 9th at the moment, only a few points away from the top 6. I mean, Arsenal right now, the way that they're doing in real life compared to in this career mode season, it's obviously really disappointing. They'd be screaming Emre out if they were in that position at this stage of the season. But I'm hoping they won't cause a problem. But I've just got a feeling that they might be a surprise package considering where they are in the table. I don't know. I mean, we seem to have had it pretty easy against Leicester. I don't know if it's going to be that straightforward in this game. He's in. Oh. He stopped. Oh, Bern Leonard. I had a feeling that... Oh, we got a little too close to the keeper on that occasion. And it's also really fucking high up off the ground. Jeez. Good header from Conte. And Sane. Weah. We're going to get another chance. This just feels too easy, you know. Getting his shirt pulled back, but off the post this time. Weah. Ever since I made the decision to really chuck you into the starting 11, or really started considering it, you have been fucking trash. You missed that first chance. Now that, hitting the fucking post, and in the last game that I started you in against fucking Leicester, he shat the bed as well. Great tackle from Kim Pempe. That is lovely. I can see some moves being made. Weah off the ball here to the right. I'm going to move it over to here, though. And then Weah. I probably should have pulled the trigger there first time. Maybe. Yeah, no, I just keep trying to cut in with Weah. And I keep thinking there's a gap where there's none. Or at least there is, but they just will close it down so quickly. And there you go. Half-time, 0-0. And Arsenal, 1 or 2 shots maybe. 1 or 2 attempts for them. Could have potentially had a goal or two. There was one chance that actually nearly snuck in, didn't it? I think from Amath that took the shot. And had Sharp into worried. Had me worried. But I've had 2 clear-cut one-on-ones now with fucking Weah, and I've hit the post with one, unlucky, but the other one denied by the keeper. Jesus, man. Excellent, supreme defending from Lucas Hernandez. Nowhere to be seen. I'm seeing that back stick, please. Yeah, all the fucking time. Oh, I knew I was going to take control of my fullback there in Walker-Peters, and he would just continue to run a good 10-something yards ahead before he eventually turned around. I knew it. It's what happens all the fucking time in that situation. It's just ridiculous. They just don't stop. You see how much separation there is between the two of them. Just because the momentum carries the players once they're running so fucking far every time you go to switch. It's constant. It's constant. I look up. I don't see much. Lucas Hernandez. Gaps up the middle there. I'll try it. Loftus-Cheek. Down to the left. Maybe back for Loftus-Cheek here. Can he finesse this into the corner? No. He's gone and grabbed it, Leno. Sane, please just keep going, mate. Weah, turn, spin, or I tell you what, bang. Blocked again! Oh, come on! Am I overworking it? I don't know. But how do they keep blocking every fucking shot I'm taking at the moment? Look at this. Look at this. Before the patch, this has to be down in the patch, clearly. Unless I have just been, unless I've done something to my gameplay that's resulting in this. Every single player is dead before, like, the 75th minute. It's unbelievable compared to before. There's a slide tackle. He's missed. It is a foul. Nice ball in here. Weah! There it is! The equaliser. Grab it and let's go. We can still maybe win this thing. I'm just happy that we've at least tied it up now. The undefeated season still lives on for now. That finesse. Oh, he gave Leno a sniff of it as well. But that time, finally, Weah. Get in, baby. How many is that? 9 goals in the Premier League. He's not too far off Leroy Sané, the leading goal scorer in the Prem, but is there another one? Half of my team, or pretty much every single one of my players, is fucking dead. They've got no stamina. I'm making all my changes right now too. With 10 minutes to go, I almost wonder, is it actually possible for me to try to win this game when my entire team has nothing left in the tank? Augustine running away. Mbappe, please win the header there, can't you? Brought down by Talisca. Not bad. What are my options ahead looking like? Not great. So we'll take our time with it, And out to the right-hand side. That is a fucking pathetic through ball from you, Neves. Nothing on that at all. How the fuck can't you get even that right? Mbappe's found a way to get that through to Neves. Neves has just come on. Can he chase it down? Can he get it back? Yes, he can. He won't be able to get a shot off, though. And into the box we go. Conte. Talisca. No, I'm trying to squeeze it through Xhaka's legs. That was never going to happen. Let it run out. Let it run out. You fucking idiot. I'm holding down LTNRT. You don't fucking listen. Oh, right when I thought we were just going to have to hang on. We actually got a chance there. I tried to slip into Talisca through the legs of Xhaka. I hope that a gap opened up, but no, it wasn't going to happen. I just didn't really have anyone else to pass to get it to Talisca, despite the fact there was so much space on that other side. But what can you do? It is going to be a draw, and you know what? I'll take it. 5 attempts it took Timmy Weah to score today, but you know, even though he's fucking bottled quite a fair few opportunities in the last few games, every game he gets a goal. It is that simple. Martial is not doing that for me. In fact, let's take a look at the stats for this season. You know Leroy Sané is going to be on top because he is just getting goals for fun. He's only got the 1 in the Champions League, despite scoring 10 in the Champions League last season in only like 7 or 8 games. It was unbelievable, but only this season the 1, but 14 in the Premier League, 1 in the Carabao Cup. Timmy Weah has got 14 goals this season, 9 in the Premier League, 3 were in the friendly tournament, so you can almost pretty much wipe that down to just 11, but still, 11 goals in 28 appearances. That's like more than double the amount of goals that Martial's got in 28 appearances. And Martial's really started a good majority of them. I think, even though he's 87 and Weah is 86, I'm going to pull the trigger now. I'm going to do it. But we'll probably still see a good amount of rotation between Martial and Weah to the point where you won't even really notice. But for now, Timmy Weah, even though I have bottled a few opportunities with him, I'm going to put him in the starting 11. He is now my starting striker. Martial, I mean, I would have kept you around a little longer, but I mean, 5 goals in 28 games is not great, and you haven't really got an awful lot of assists to go with that either. Ladies and gentlemen, it is done. Martial can go onto the bench. He can come on for either Weah or Sané, and then of course Mbappe will always take him off and put Jan Oblak on if need be. And Jesus Christ, look at the end of a game. Even Conte has 98 stamina. I felt like if you have 98, 99 stamina and I just run around with you, just sprinting for 90 minutes, even then, I don't think you should be this low with your stamina bar. That is absolutely insane. And take a look at this. We were tossing up between whether or not we would sell Diogo Jota or not, but I ended up not doing it because we sold Tahith Chong instead. And I don't know now if I want to sell Diogo Jota. The only reason that I would do it is unless we can get a shitload of money for him and replace him instantly. Because if I am to sell Diogo Jota, I still want to get another left winger because I only wanted to sell 1. I've already sold Chong, but I might look into the possibility of it. Let me see. Apparently I could get 77 million for him. I tell you what, I'm going to negotiate this. If I can I'm going to ask for 80. And I'm not going to sell it for anything less than 70. If I can get him for a little more than 70 mil, then I'll sell him off and try to get another left winger in that's in the 80s with his overall, hopefully with a bit more potential, that can go a little further than Diogo Jota. So, yeah, that's fine by me. Plus, it also gives us a little bit of cash to go after that centre midfielder that I was speaking of with the 37 mil buyout clause. Okay, Pep Guardiola, we have had some pretty decent dealings over the last couple of seasons or so. We're hoping for another one here. We're starting off with 80, not expecting to get 80 mil for Diogo Jota. Only going to take 70 mil or more though. They come back at us with 63.9 and the sell-on clause. I'm bunning off the sell-on clause. Don't want any of that nonsense. Just, even though it probably ends up being a decent amount of money if they do sell him, but nah, I just want 70. Let's remove the sell-on clause, propose a new transfer fee of, do we be greedy? I'm going to say 75 mil, and then hopefully they come back at us with something else. Counter offer for 70. If they say no to that, no deal. If they accept it, deal. What's it going to be, Pep? What's it going to be? I know you're missing talent down that left-hand side since you sold Sané, 66 million. Sheesh. Well, 70 mil is pretty much right down the middle, and it more favours the 66 mil than the 75. So I think we might actually, in the end, get this done for 70 mil. That is unless he is an absolute fucking cheapskate, willing to pay 66 mil, but not willing to go any more than 70. And thankfully, he is a businessman that we know he is. Pep Guardiola, 70 mil for Diogo Jota. We will now advance through the training sessions and then advance into deadline day and hope that the deal goes through and it doesn't collapse right at the end of the window. Here we go then. Waiting for the confirmation to come through. Might take a little bit of time. A loan offer, not interested. Let's take a look. Jota is sold. Diogo Jota for 70 mil. I like that deal, but the only reason I like it is because it gets me the cash to go and make that signing of the 37 mil buyout clause player, and also gets me a nice younger left winger with more higher potential than Diogo Jota. Someone that can maybe get toward the high 80s or 90s. 65 mil is what we get back. So that will probably end up leaving us with, I'd say, 50 to 60 mil, plus obviously making the other signing of Bardhi, will give us about 50 or 60 mil worth to buy another left winger. Another one of the original Wolves players goes, and I salute you, sir. Best of luck with your career. But now we go for this man, Enes Bardhi from the Macedonian. Bring him on. I'm going to straight away pay the $37.9 million buyout clause, nearly 10 mil less than his actual value, negotiate a little contract for him, and then we will be sorted. He's after quite a fair wage increase, isn't he? 130 grand, the signing bonus of a little over $1 million, and then the appearance bonus. We'll adjust that a little bit. I'm going to bring the wage down to 120. So it's basically almost double, pretty much double his current wage. Signing bonus will bring it down to $1 million, and I might bun off the appearance bonus because that's just 5 appearances he's obviously going to make, either off the bench or starting. But all right, let's hope that's enough to get it done. Nah, they're still not going for it. They want 135 grand now, just a little more of an increase. My goodness me. How about this? Just to sort of please my OCD to give it slightly better numbers, I'm going to actually increase the signing bonus, take his wage down a week by 10 grand, and I think in the long run that'll obviously be a better deal for us. But how do they go with that? Surely that's fine. Yes, indeed it is, and that's exactly what I want to see. It's not quite what my client was hoping for. That means I got him for just the bare minimum, you beauty. So Bardhi joins for just a little under 40 mil. Again, the mental and physical, not the reason we got him, even though a lot of those stats are, to be fair, high 70s, low 80s. So, I mean, it's not like he's got trash mental and physical. He's all right. It's just certain things like strength, stamina, and pace that maybe aren't great. And the stamina being 71, I'm sure he'll survive. Besides, he's only a player I'm looking to bring off the bench. Have you seen my starting 11, my midfield 3? But those skill and technical attributes, they're just unbelievable. I can't believe it when I saw this guy, considering I didn't really know much about him before this, but he's got a real in-game face with banging stats, banging skill and technical attributes, and, of course, we got him for cheap, for 10 mil less than his value. So he will eventually be coming on for, I'm going to say, Talisca we normally take off for Loftus-Cheek. He'll probably be coming on for either Neves or Conte. For whatever reason we need to take Conte off, then we'll put Bardhi in at right centre midfield probably, and move Neves to CDM where Conte is. Yep, that's sound by me. But after making that signing, we're left with a little over 50 mil to sign one more left winger to replace Jota. And let's see who we've actually got. We've got Ryan Sessegnon, we've got Gonçalo Guedes, and we've also got Marcus Rashford, who I know recently went to Manchester United. So he's not only too expensive for us, he's just completely off the cards. Gonçalo Guedes, though, going to have to pay between 65 and 100, so we probably can't afford him. What about Ryan Sessegnon? 44 to 54. We could afford him. We could go for him. I'm gonna give it a shot. We're gonna see if we can pick up Ryan Sessegnon to end this transfer window. I am going to offer the bare minimum here, or maybe just underneath his current value, so 45 mil. I've got a good feeling they're gonna say something like 65, or I'm hoping not 70 or plus. But basically, I think we can only really, if it's more than 60, I think we're out of luck. Oh, great. Yep. I might bump up the sell-on clause a little bit to try to help me get this done. Maybe I'm going to make it 55 mil and a 10-15% sell-on clause, something like that. Let's do that. Let's make it a whopping 15% sell-on clause. That's going to be decent in the future, I know. But propose, yeah, that's the most we can. Oh my God, that's the most that we can. Jeez, this is going to be tough. I'm going to, maybe make it 55. That leaves us with 100 grand plus worth of wage. So maybe I could do a little more than that, but that's what I'll start with. 55 mil and a 15% sell-on clause. Please, Mr. Fulham manager, get it done. I suppose this would technically be, oh my God, Claudio Ranieri, wouldn't it? That's a fair offer. All right, sweet. It's the 15% sell-on clause. I know that's what got it done for me. Damn, that 15% could very well end up being 10 mil or a little over 10 mil potentially in the future. I don't know, but hey, we had to do it to get it done. Let's remove the bonus. That brings it up to 50 grand wage. Yeah, no, we can definitely get this done, I'm sure. Let's round it up to, maybe not that, maybe to 90 mil. And the signing bonus will just round it up to 1 mil as well. Come on, that's Did I say 90 mil a week? Oh my God, no, that's definitely not what I meant. 90 grand a week and the 1 mil signing bonus. I don't know. Hopefully that's all right. 97, they say. All right, we'll call it 95, and then that'll be that. Go on, mate. Go for it. Sign it off. Get it done. Let's do this. 95 grand a week and a 1 mil signing bonus. It's not quite what my client hoped for. You better fucking believe it's not, but it's exactly what I hoped for. Get in. Ryan Sessegnon joins Wolverhampton Wanderers, 84 rated. He's got banging sprint speed. Great potential. I know he can go further than 84. Decent stats all around. His defending stats are maybe not as great as his overall, but we can play him at left back if we absolutely need to. I think if I'm going to do it, I'd probably maybe work on his defending a bit more. But nah, for now, that's a nice little backup. Only 21 years of age still. He's got room to grow. I'm happy with that. The fact that we sold off Jota and essentially brought in both Sessegnon and Bardhi, I think that's a very, very good deal. I'm very happy with that. So we will be losing, unfortunately, Diogo Jota, an original Wolverhampton Wanderer player when we started this career mode. It is sad, but we're so much better off after all those moves. Oblak's in, we've got Bardhi in, and then we've got Sessegnon. Get in. We'll just advance now to the end of the deadline day. If any other offers come in that of players maybe I might look to sell on, I'll let you know. But I think we're just about done. We do have something come through. An offer for Diogo Rossi. Nah, I'm not letting any more of my left wingers go. And yeah, look, in the end, nothing really happened. No massive offers. Depay remains the highest or the biggest transfer of the... in my own opinion, I think Jan Oblak on a free is pretty big. But the most expensive transfer remained, obviously, bloody Depay going to Juve for 115 mil. 640-something mil spent. And then, of course, the monthly scouting updates for the new month. We'll go and take a look and see if we've picked up any new stars. In Argentina, that's a big no-no, unfortunately. In Russia, I am not seeing much. 64 overall man and a value that's not great enough, sadly. We don't really have that much budget now either, to be fair. So we might not be able to sign a couple of these guys later on down the track. But no, there's no one really in Russia either. And in England, we've got one player with a max overall of 70. He looks to be about the only one. Nicholas White. 71 minimum potential, max 94. Goalkeeper. Value is over $500,000, so yeah, we'll adjust the budgets, and I reckon that's good enough. When you're a goalkeeper with over $500,000 worth of budget, I reckon that's, or over $500,000 in your value, then I reckon, yeah, that's not too bad. Connor Martin, another goalkeeper, nowhere near as good. Brandon Harrison, not really either. There's a few decent players in here. Oscar Robinson isn't too bad either. We got Lewis Collins. Nah, Oscar Robinson's very damn close, but not quite. But I am ending the episode there, lads. What a big window. But now we move on into February. And yeah, we have obviously the last 15 games in the Premier League to try to go undefeated in, to try to pull off the only second invincible season ever. And the Champions League, we have, of course, got, who is it? Real Madrid in the round of 16. I knew it was someone ridiculous. That and, of course, the FA Cup fixtures to continue. Haven't gotten drawn yet, but that'll all be coming in the next episode. And until then, my name is MasterBucks. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a good one.